Another myth that bringing in the NBAF facility, it will conduct very valuable research and it'll bring prestige and enhanced educational opportunities for, they'll say this not only at the University of Georgia or here in Athens, but they'll say this at other places where the facility might go. The reality is that the scientific agenda of the NBAF facility is going to be driven by security people at the Department of Homeland Security in Washington. It's not going to be driven by the best and the brightest scientists who are pursuing where their knowledge and where their studies lead them. It's going to be being dictated by essentially a troubled security agency in conjunction with the intelligence community and other people. So this facility is not where the scientific minds will blossom. It's where scientists will be recruited to try to do defense-related work that they otherwise probably would not do. Almost all of it probably would not be done. And to a very significant extent, particularly among the older sort of mainline scientists, a biosafety level 4 facility of this type is really, I'll just say it, is perceived as a place to do dirty work. Now, I'm sure that you'll get a different perspective from the University of Georgia about that. But I also interact with a lot of folks in this area, and I submit that that is certainly the case. And then finally, with respect to the educational opportunities, a significant bulk of the work at NBAF you have to presume is going to be classified. Its twin facility called the NBAC being built in Frederick, Maryland. The Department of Homeland Security is talking about making it what's called a SCIF, which is a sensitive compartmentalized information facility. In other words, the facility and everything that happens inside of it is classified. They haven't said that they're going to make NBAF a SCIF, but I think on that basis one can at least reasonably presume that a large percentage of the work at NBAF is going to be classified. And when work is classified, that undercuts a huge amount of the possibilities to contribute to education. Undergraduates and even graduate students aren't going to be typically working, undergraduates never, on classified research. Professors who are hamstrung because half of their waking hours are spent dedicated to something that they can't tell their students about are not going to be the best professors for educating kids. So I think that from my perspective at least, it's apparent that there is, or I believe that there is a very strong conflict between this type of facility and what a lot of people really value about our educational institutions. And I would, for one, would be very, very concerned about how this facility would impact the biological sciences at the University of Georgia, and if it would how it would reduce the public service performed to the students here by the professionals that work in the biology department because they couldn't talk about it, or because they were working on things that were classified or that were behind a veil of secrecy. All right, this is number 18, and they're 23, so we're getting towards the end here. Pardon. Another way to look at this, this is a quick one, is that of how the biodefense program is sort of warping and shaping our priorities. This is a chart that shows NIH-funded scientists working on these priority biological weapons agents, anthrax, brucellosis, et cetera. And it's comparing before 2001 with after 2001. Okay, so from 2001 to 2005, the National Institutes of Health gave 424 principal investigators, this means like lead scientists, funding to work on those agents. Of those 424 investigators that got it post-2001, only 15 had ever been funded by NIH to work on those agents before. So you can see how the defense money is driving this. 96.6% of the researchers in this time frame who received money from NIH to work on these agents had never been funded by NIH to work on those agents before. And incidentally, in addition to sort of showing the politics of how this works, this can be made into a compelling safety argument. Of course, you know, when nearly 97% of your people don't have experience with the agent, there are obvious safety implications of that.